Hi guys, good morning. Today what we need to discuss? Hmm? Round function we already discussed, right? Did we discuss it or not? Example. Okay. Think round I already explained, right? So see here. Suppose example says, okay, round first star from first table. See here. Round here, no specific value is there. No specific round value is there. So that's the reason we need to give the static value, or else we can give the column name. Okay. Whichever decimal column having a rounding value, that column first you need to mention. What is that column? Suppose for example, 345.678, like this it will be there. If you want to round first decimal place means what is the value? What is the value? Huh? What is this one? What is the meaning of this one? What value it will display? After rounding, what value it will display? Huh? 345.7. Yesterday itself I explained you. Still your someone is 6, someone is 5, someone is 7, someone is 8. That's it. Huh? 345.6. Sorry, 7. Why it is 7? Whatever the first decimal place value, based on the next value, it will round. What is the next value? 7 it is there. 7 is in which condition? Greater than 4. Greater than 4 means plus 1 need to be added to the first decimal. That means 6 plus 1, how much it is? 7. Did you see? Understand or not? Suppose, for example, 2, 3. I'm giving here. Second decimal place I want to round it. Then what is the value it is? 345.62, because here second decimal place value is 2. Next value is 3. 3 is in which condition is satisfied? Less than 5. Less than 5 means how much you need to add? 0. 0 need to be added to the second decimal place. What is the second decimal place value here? 2. 2 plus 0, 2 only. Okay. So 345.62. Understand clearly? Na? Understand clearly? Okay. Next one is, what is the next function? What is the next function? Coalesce. What coalesce function will return? It always returns a not null value. Okay. In coalesce, we just need to mention the column names. We just need to mention the column names. We just need to mention the column names. Okay. So whatever columns we mention, in which column not null value is there, that value it will return in each and every row. Understand clearly? Na? That means the meaning is, suppose for example, see this is the coalesce column. Actually, these are all the coalesce column values. See here, A column, B column, and C column, right? A, B, C columns. Okay. So In each and every row, which column having a not null value, that column value it will returns. Here, what it will returns? What is this one? Coalesce of A column, comma, B column, comma, 7. C column. Then what it will display? Huh? 1. Because in this particular row, in the first column itself, you will see not null value. So what not null value is that? That value it will return. Remaining other columns, it won't check. Whenever it is finding a not null value, remaining what columns are there, it won't check that related columns. Understand clearly or not? Okay. Here, huh? What is that one? 2. Why? Because here in this row, first column, what is the first column? A column. A column, is that a not null value? No. So then it will go to the next column. What is the next column not null value? 2 it is. So that's the reason directly it will return here. Here, 4. Here, see, if all the columns, whatever we mention, if it is nulls, then Coalesce function will return null. Understand or not? Null means blank it is. Understand clearly or not? Okay. So if all the columns are nulls means null only it will display. Understand? Okay. Next here, huh? 2 it will return because in the second column itself you will find an order. Here 1. Here 5. Understand clearly or not? Okay. In which column, whatever columns we mention in Coalesce function, which column having a not null value, that column automatically it will returns. Understand clearly or not? Okay. See here. It always returns not null. See here. See here. ID, comma, product date. Not like this. Salary. Bonus column, comma, salary column, comma, ID column. Okay. I mentioned like this. See, first bonus column, after that salary column, after that. See here. First, what value it will return? 1000. What is that one? First column is bonus. Bonus, did you find a not null value? So that's the reason. Here, 2000. Here, 3000. Here, 2000. Here, 3000. Here, 5 it will returns. Why? Because here not null value and salary column also null value. And when in the same row, ID column having not null value. What is the value it is there? 5 it will return. Understand? Here 85,000. Here 95,000. If you want, you can see the answer. Did you see? Understand clearly? Is that clear or not? Like this it will return. What is the next one? Constraints. See, right in. See, what is constraints means? Constraints are very important for each and every column. Understand clearly? What is constraint? See, suppose I'm asking few questions to you. Tell me this one. Can in any column, can we insert same value multiple times? Yes, it is allowed. Can we insert in the same column? Can we insert null values? Yes, this is an example. Did you see this one? See here. In the same column, did you see null values are allowed or not? Multiple values, multiple null values. Did you see same value is multiple times it is repeated? Understand or not? That means, suppose for example, see even here also. Suppose for example, employee ID is there. Can we have the in a company, if you join in the organization, you will have like employee ID or not? Same employee ID can we give to multiple people? No, right? Okay. We need to insert only one person, one employee ID. Anything you can give. Okay. For employee ID, can we insert null values? Employee ID having null values? No, right? There is unique values employee IDs and doesn't have null values. Like that, it will be there. That means actually, in any database, by default, anything is allowed, whether it is a duplicate, whether it is a null. Okay, because null is insert in any column, right? In any column, null value is inserted. In any column, duplicate values. That means same value multiple times we can insert it. Okay, there is no restriction. If there is no restriction, some of the times we are facing so many problems like this is an example, employee ID. Okay, understand? Suppose, for example, same Aadhaar can we give to the different people? No. Did you see? Say Aadhaar number is unique for each and every. Can we give the same Aadhaar number to the different people? Okay. Can we have the Aadhaar number having null values? No, right? Unique value doesn't have null value. So whenever you are trying to insert in any of the Aadhaar ID column or employee ID column, it doesn't allow duplicate value. If it is already there, it doesn't allow the duplicate values. Okay. If it is null values, if you try to insert into that one, is it allowed? No, it won't allow. That means you have to put some restriction on the columns. You have to put some restriction. That means when these values, if you try to insert into that particular column, it will throw an error. Understand? Sometimes what will happen is by mistake you are inserting same value. Okay. Then what will happen? Whether that is there or not, system will check it. And if it is already there, we don't want to allow it. It will show some error and it don't allow to insert that particular value. Okay, we need to restrict that particular code. Understand? Whenever you want to restrict any particular columns in the table, must and should you have to use constraints. Okay, up to now, up to now, you can insert any type of data. To now, you can insert any type of data in any column. In any column, any type of data inserted. But it is not in real time, it is not the correct way. Okay. We need to give some restriction on the column. When we are giving a restriction on the column, suppose if you try to insert any of the unwanted value, immediately it will throw us an error. That means that value is not inserted into the particular column. That is the restriction system want to generate it. Whenever the system want to generate the restriction, then must and should you have to apply constraints in SQL Server. Not only this one, in any database itself, constraints are there. Constraints must and should we need to apply. These constraints will allow us to restrict the data for given users, for given columns. Understand or not? There are different types of constraints available. Those are, one is, what is that one? Okay. Now, don't know what constraints are there. Not covered in the Oracle. Why? Completed course is complete. Okay. Not null. Default. Check. Unique. Primary key. Understand that? How many types of constraints are there? 6 types of constraints are there. Very, 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 very important constraints. Okay. Remember all these things. See here. What is the first constraint? Not null. What is not null constraint will do? That means, okay. See, one important point is constraints are applied for multiple columns. Same constraint is applied for multiple columns, except primary key. Except primary key, remaining constraint, you can n number of columns in the same table, n number of times you can apply. Understand? First one. What is the first constraint? Not null. Not null means what is the meaning of this one? It doesn't allow null values in any column. Understand? By default, the default behavior of the table is it is allow the null values in any column. In any type of column, null values are in. Suppose you are not giving any column value at the time of inserting. What value is inserted? Null value is inserted. While at the time of insertion, suppose you are not giving for any column. Okay. At that point of time, what SQL Server will insert? Null values, right? So now see, for any column in the table, by default, if you are not giving any value, then default value is null values inside. Okay, understand clearly now. If you don't want to allow a null value for any column, then we have to apply not null constraint. Understand clearly now. It doesn't. Doesn't allow null values. Create table. See, constraints are applied in two ways. One is at the time of creating a table. After creating a table also, we can apply the constraints. That means by using alter command, we can do that one. But here I'm explaining only one way. But if you join regular full stack SQL server, then you will see like two ways. Understand clearly. Here, first way is at the time of creating a table, I will explain to you. See here in name, new new column, new data type. What is that? Not table. Okay. I'm giving not null one. Okay. And what is the column name? ID integer. Okay. After the data type only, you have to give the constraint names. Understand or not? Constraint names are applied after the data type while at the time of creating a table. So the column name data type after that not like see here. Not. Vijay, can we give not null constraint at a time for different columns? You understand or not? Can we give not null constraint? Can we apply not null constraint for different column in the same table? Yes, n number of columns you can apply. Just column name, data type. After that, not null you give on. It's not see, constraints are not compulsory to apply all the columns in the table. For which columns you want to restrict the data, for those columns, okay, you can apply the not constraints and remaining columns as it is, you can keep it. It's not compulsory to apply the constraints are applied for each and every column in the table. For which columns you want to restrict it, for those columns only you can. Remaining columns are normal, how you can write it, the same like that only you can use it. Understand clearly or not? Okay, no. Insert into, what is the table name here? You know, right? Values. Suppose, for example, can we insert one? Huh? One is not null value, right? Except not null value, anything you can try to insert. In integer, what type of values? Numeric, whole numbers only you can insert. See here. Understand clearly. Suppose you don't know how to insert a null value in that particular column. I didn't explain this particular point. Okay. Ravi is asking this question, or someone is asking this question to me. Vijay, you're inserting any type of value, static value, but how to insert a null value in that particular column means, see, you just need to mention insert NULL. That's it. It is allowed. Understand clearly. But can we insert a null values in ID column? No, because we already restrict a constraint called not null, right? So that's the reason. If you try to execute this one, it will throw us an error. If you are not apply the not null constraint for this column, definitely this will be executed. Understand clearly? Understand or not? Okay. What is the next one? You understand or not? Okay. So what is default constraint? Default means in place of, see, while at the time of insertion, while at the time of insertion, if suppose if you are not giving any value for any column, what values are inserted? Null values are inserted. That is the default behavior. Suppose at the time of insertion, if you are not giving for any column, then what is the default values are inserted? Null values are inserted. Understand or not? Null values are inserted. Sometimes what will happen is, in place of null values, some default value need to insert it. Understand or not? Whenever the user is trying to insert null values, in place of null values, some default value, what value you are given, that value need to insert it. Then we have to use default constraint. Whenever you apply a default constraint, what will happen is, normal values, what values you are given, that values are inserted automatically. But whenever it is trying to insert a null value in that particular column, then default value is inserted in that. Understand or not? Let's see. See here, some default constraint I applied for name column. Understand that? Is that clear or not? See here. Suppose, for example, I'm giving ID value is 1. I'm giving name column as something like a Vijay. Can we insert this one or not? Normally, whatever values you are inserted, that values are written into respective columns. Did you see this one? Understand clearly? Is that clear? Okay. Okay. Suppose ID column I want to insert something like 2. If I execute this one for ID 2, for name, what value is inserted? Huh? For name, what value is inserted? PQR. Why you are saying null? See here. Actually, whenever we are trying to insert any, if you are not giving any value for any column, what is the default behavior? What value is inserted? Null is inserted. That is the default behavior. If you are not, at the time of inserting, if you are not giving for any column means null value is inserted. But now, we applied default constraint for name column. Then what will happen? If you are not giving any value for name column at that point of time, what is the default value is there that it is executed. In the default also, what you have to give, what is the data type is there, that related static value you have to mention. Don't mention in name column default of 1, 2, 3. It will throw an error. Why? Because name having where character type of static value only it is. You have to give here. Understand clearly. Now, when I execute this one, what will happen for ID2 is inserted. Okay. For name, what value is inserted? PQR is inserted. Okay. See here. Did you see? Understand or not? Like this. Suppose, for example, see here. Understand or not? See here. 3 PQ. Is that clear or not? Understand clearly or not? Okay. Next one is huh? Check constraint. What is check constraint, Builder? Check means means, see here, suppose for example, okay, I want to see whenever I want to insert a value in any column, first I need to check that value whether the condition is satisfied or not. Check means we need to write a condition. If the condition is satisfied means then only whatever value you are given, that value is inserted in that particular. Suppose for example, if you want to vote means what is your age is required? 18, right? If you are giving less than or equal to 18, is that is that particular value is inserted into that particular column? No, it is not possible. Because that is what the restriction. If you want to vote means minimum 18 is required. Understand or not? Okay. 18 must and should required. Then on. Suppose I'm giving 14. Is that value is allowed to insert into that particular column? No. Right? How you can say like whether a 14 value is not inserted? That means you like there is some condition is there. What is that one? Always your age greater than 18 or greater than or equal to 18. Understand? Suppose if you try to insert 14 means that 14 is greater than or equal to 18. No, condition is not satisfied. Then that particular record not to be inserted, it will throw an error like that. Understand? That means whenever you want to insert a value in any column, first we need to check the condition. If the condition is satisfied, then only we need to insert it. Then must and should you have to apply check constraint. Check is the one which will check the condition first, and if it is satisfied, then only the record is inserted into the. Understand or not? Okay. Understand clearly. Integer or something like that. Here you need to write the check constraint. How you can write it? Check inside open bracket and close bracket. See, whenever you want to write the condition, same column only you can use it. Don't use different column. Same column condition only you have to write it. What is the condition formula? column name, operator, value, same like that. Understand or not? See here, I'm writing is greater than or equal to 18. I'm giving like this. Understand or not? Like this you have to write. Did you see how I'm writing the check constraint? Okay, now if I execute this one, one, see here, I will give 20. Is the 20 is inserted or not? Inserted or not? Because this 20 is greater than or equal to 18 or not? That's the reason it is trying to allow to insert. Understand or not? If suppose 14, is that allowed? No. If you try this one, it will throw an error. Understand? No? Understand or not? Next one. What is the next one? Unique constraint. What is unique constraint? Unique constraint doesn't allow duplicate values. For any column, if you don't want to allow null duplicate values means you have to give unique constraint. Understand or not? But there is one drawback in unique constraint. What is that one is? It will allow one null value. Unique constraint will allow one null value. Understand or not? Because null is also one value, right? Okay, that's the reason it is allowed. Understand or not? That means unique constraint for whichever column you apply the unique constraint, for that particular column, duplicates are not allowed. Understand? But it will allow one null value. That is the drawback, unique constraint. Understand? Let's see. It doesn't allow duplicate values, but it will allow one. Understand clearly? Is that clear? unique. See here, ID integer unique. That's it. Understand or not? See here. Suppose if I execute this 1, is it executed? Yes, one value is inserted. Again, can we execute this one? See here, check it once. It will throw some. That means in any column, if you try to insert a duplicate column, okay, it doesn't allow the duplicate values in that one. That means for which column you are applied unique constant, for that particular column, it doesn't allow duplicate value. Remaining columns, it will allow the duplicate value. Only for whichever columns you apply unique constraint, for those columns, it doesn't allow duplicate values. Understand? Is that clear? Is that clear or not? No. Next one is, what is the next one? See here. What is the drawback in unique constraint? It, it doesn't tell, see, it will allows one null value. That is the drawback. Suppose employee column is there. Is that employee column one null value to maintain? No, right? Okay. So even see here, we'll try to give, suppose this one. Can we give like this? Is it allowed? Is it allowed or not allowed? Huh? Allowed, right? Because unique constant will allow one null value, right? That's the reason. Did you see? It is allowed. Understand or not? It will allow one null value. Suppose again if you try to insert it, no, it doesn't, because duplicate, right? That's the reason it will throw an error. Understand or not? Okay. Next one is primary key. What is the drawback in unique constraint? It will allow one null value. But I don't want to allow null values and I don't want to allow duplicate values. Then we have to apply constraint called primary key. What is that? Primary key constraint. It doesn't allow duplicate values and doesn't allow null values. Understand it? See here. Can we insert this value? Can we insert this value or not? Yes, it is allowed. Suppose, for example, same value if I try to, is it allowed? It will throw an error. Understand? Or not? See here. Is it allowed? No. See here, check it once. Understand or not? Null values are also not allowed. Duplicates are also not allowed. That is advantage in primary key constraint. In a table, how many primary key columns are created? All one. Remember this point. In a table, only one primary key column we can, only one primary key constraint we can apply for a table. Understand clearly? No? In a table, how many primary key constraints are applied? Only one. Understand or not? Next one is, what is the next one? Foreign key. See, foreign key means providing a relationship between the two tables is called as foreign key. It will provide a relationship between the two tables. Okay. See here. Understand? The foreign key constraint required two tables. Foreign key constraint required two tables must and should. Understand or not? For if you want to apply foreign key means must and should, you require two tables. First table in first table you have to create a primary key constraint of any column. Okay. The same column you have to use it in the second table, that it will you have to create it as a foreign key. You understand or not? You require two tables. The first table having primary key constraint. Okay. The same column you have to use it in the second table. It is the act like a foreign key constraint. Understand? Let's see how to create this one. Understand or not? Okay. Create table, any name. Okay. New column, new data type. What is that? Primary key. Understand or not? Syntax. Create table, any name, new column, new data type. Okay, foreign key references, primary key table name. Okay, primary key column name. Okay, let's see how to create this one. Understand or not? Let's see. Suppose, for example, create a table. Okay, I'm giving foreign key 1. Okay, ID integer primary key. Understand or not? Is that clear or not? Huh? Suppose other column is name varchar 25. I'm giving. Understand or not? Create table foreign key 2. Okay. What is that one? See here. Listen carefully. ID. Okay. What column, primary key column is there? Same column you need to create it in the second table. Understand? Same column you have to use it. And see here, integer. Okay. Now foreign key references. What is that one? After that, what is that one? After references, what is that one you need to write? Huh? What is that one? What is the primary key table name here? Foreign key 1. Okay. And after that, inside the bracket, which column it is? ID, because what is the primary key column here? ID, right? That is the column you need to mention. Understand what I'm saying here? See here. Now, if I try to execute this one, understand clearly or not? To table name, values. Suppose, for example, ID, comma, name is Power BI. Can we insert this one or not? Okay. Now see here. See, examples are very important for foreign key. Okay. Suppose, for example, here too, I'm giving. Can we insert this one? Understand clearly. Okay. Now, very, very important. Now see here. Here, you're trying to give like 2 and power apps. I'm giving here. See here. Is it possible to insert? Yes. Right? Okay. Because duplicates are not allowed because the primary key is applied, right? Now, can I give like this 3? Huh? Can I give this 3 value? No, it will throw us an error. Why? Because in primary key column, what values are there? Same values must and should be there in the foreign key table. If you are giving a different value, it will throw an error. You understand or not? See, in primary key, in this three values there in the primary key, foreign key one table? No, right? If it is there, then it is allowed to insert it. Okay, understand clearly or not? Very, 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 very important point. Okay. Understand clearly or not? See, Monday, Tuesday, it is online. It is. Everyone will take the link from the team. Huh? Check చేయండి. Okay. Understand or not? Monday, Tuesday, who are coming for offline, for those people need to attend online. It is. Online people, as usual, they will continue in the online. But offline people need to continue in the online itself. So if you want to join my online classes, means you required Zoom link, Zoom app in your laptop. Install immediately Zoom application in your laptop. Today itself you have to install that Zoom app. Understand clearly? So this is the application. It is Zoom Workplace. Understand? Huh? Even in web also it is allowed. Okay. So check it whichever it is comfortable. Understand? Okay. So what will happen? Primary key, you understand or not? Foreign key and foreign key related two tables are required. One is primary key, another one is foreign key constraint. Same values, whatever primary key values are there, same values must and should you need to maintain in foreign key. If you are giving a different value which is not there in the primary key table, it will throw an error. Understand or not? Huh? Yeah. See, what is foreign key means providing a did you see there is a relationship or not? That's the reason 3 is not allowed here. Understand or not? It will provide a relationship between two tables. Foreign key is nothing but providing a relationship between the two tables. In that one, first table must and should require primary key. The same column you have to maintain in the second table. It is acts like a foreign key constraint. Understand or not? So now what is the syntax for primary key? You already know what is for primary key syntax it is. New table, new table type, primary key constraint. So this is the one. Did you see? Understand or not? Another table icon, because foreign key must and should require two tables. Must and should. Understand or not? This is another one. In this one, you will see foreign key references. I'm creating primary key table name inside the bracket, primary key column name. Understand? Now, whenever after creating these two tables, now trying to insert a values in both the tables. One Power BI in foreign key two, another. Is it allowed? Yes, it is. Now, insert into foreign key one. Can we insert two power apps cities? Yes, it is. But can we insert the same one power app cities? Not allowed, because primary key constraint doesn't allow duplicate value, doesn't allow null value. That's the reason. Okay. In foreign key 2 table, can we insert value, different value, which is not there in the primary key column? Is it allowed? Not allowed. It will throw an error. If you suppose if you give 2, is it allowed or not? Yes, because 2 is already there in the primary key table. Understand or not? Is that clear or not? This is what. Understand, Ashish? Is that clear for you? Okay. Anyone having any doubts in this one? Okay. What is the next one? Joins is the one. Okay. See here. Actually, what is a joins? See, up to now, you are writing in the select statement. In the select statement, how many table columns you are using? Only one table. In select a star from table name, you are writing how many tables? One table only. You are writing only one table in that particular. You are writing only one table, right? Understand or not? Okay. When you are writing only one table, huh? You understand or not? Okay. When you are writing only one table, that table columns only you are using in the, sorry, that table columns only you are using in the select statement, right? Select star means that star is related to what table you are mentioned that. But I didn't require like this. In one select statement, I want to see multiple table columns, multiple table columns. Not a single table columns. I want to use in the select statement. I want to see multiple table columns. Understand or not? Then must and should required joins. With the joins only, we can get in the select statement, we can get multiple tables from multiple columns. Okay. So if you doesn't use the joins, we cannot get multiple tables columns in the select statement. In the select statement, you are writing select star from table name. Up to now, you are writing that one. I want to write multiple in place of star. I want to use multiple table columns. Then must and should required joins. What is a join? Means join is also providing a relationship between the two tables, but it is a temporary relationship it will provide. Understand? Join is also providing a relationship, and foreign key also providing a relationship. Foreign key is a permanent relationship between the tables, but but joins is a temporary. That means whenever you are using select statement with multiple tables, at that point of time only relationship will be there. If you are not using that query, there is no relationship between the tables. Okay, that means joins is a temporary relationship between the tables. We will provide a relationship between the tables. It is a temporary, not the permanent one. Understand clearly or not? Okay. If you want to provide a temporary relationship between the tables means you have to use joins. Why we require a joins means in the select statement, whenever you want to use multiple tables, multiple columns, then must and should we required a joins. Without joins in the select statement, we cannot get it from multiple tables from multiple columns. Understand clearly or not? Understand clearly or not? Very, 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 very important topic. Whatever course I'm discussing in SQL Server in this Power BI course, this is enough even though you're allocated to any database related one. This is enough. The whatever topics I'm explaining in SQL Server part in Power BI course, it is. That is enough even though you are handling only database. Okay, that's the reason. In that, joins is the one. Most of the times, joins things only we can handle in as in organization level. Okay, understand or not? Okay, what type of joins are available? There are different types of joins are available. Okay, there are different joins are available. What are those? Okay, you will see left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join, cross join, self join. How many types of joins are there? Six types of joins are there. How many types? Six types of joins are there. One is left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join, okay, cross join, self join. These are the different joins. See, listen carefully whatever I'm explaining here, because the same type of joins are available in Power BI also. Understand clearly? Okay. So that means if you want to apply any type of join, it means minimum two tables are required. Okay. Maximum n number of tables. Understand clearly or not? Okay. This type of joins, either you can apply it on select statement or update command. You can use the multiple joins, or delete command also you can use multiple command. But when you are joining full stack, then you will have a clarity on this one. But here I'm covering only in the select statement how to write multiple joins and everything. How many types of joins are there? Six types of those joins related one. First, we need to discuss it on Excel. Understand clearly? Okay. So these are all the different types of joins. These one, how we can apply and everything that we can discuss it on Monday class. Okay. Who are coming for offline, please try to attend online for Monday, Tuesday. If any updates are there, just I post it in the Google Classroom itself. Please check it before coming to the class. Definitely 100%, 1 hour before, 1 day before itself, I will mention in the Google Classroom. Check it once every time. Understand clearly enough? Okay. If it is possible, Wednesday also, I will try to continue in the online itself. Okay. Try to check with, I will intimate to those people. Okay. 3 to 4 days, give the link to the offline people. That's what I'm giving. Hmm. Okay. Whatever link is provided in the Google Classroom, with the same link, you guys need to join. Understand clearly? Anyone having any doubts? Online team. Okay. So we can stop it here and we'll continue the next class. And today I will share the document also. Don't worry. Understand? Okay. Bye, guys.